What's up, everybody? Happy Case of the Mondays to you. Happy St. Patty's Day. Why would somebody say Happy Case of the Mondays? Case of the Mondays is normally a bad thing, but not today. Today, you're listening to the Case of the Mondays with Lyle, who is me, and it's St. Patty's Day. I mean, that's like a double good whammy. You're like, bam, bam, just pow, right in the kisser. Hit with two good, awesome things on a Monday. Man, that's awesome, isn't it? So happy Monday to you guys. Happy St. Patty's Day, by the way. If you're wearing green, I hope you are, because you're gonna get pinched if you're not. And to those of you who are like, oh geez, I forgot to wear green, maybe if I pick my nose and pick out a green one and wipe it on my shirt, that'll count as wearing green. That's cheating. Because I can pick my own booger and sell it to people and that's cheating. So, go put on some green. Go to Walmart. Go buy a $10 shirt or something and put on something green. Put on a green sock and just lift your pant leg and say, ha, joke's on you, I'm wearing a green sock. Ha ha. But if you're wearing underwear, please, don't keep that hidden. No one really wants to see your green underwear. And I'd really hate to know if it started out white and then after a couple weeks it just turned green because you don't change them. That's no bueno, as we say in Spanish. That's no bueno. No, I am not Spaniard or Mexican or anything, so don't think that. By the way, to those who are having a birthday this week, such as Lyle Smith on Sunday, happy birthday, man. Your birthday is coming up March 23rd. Happy birthday. And I know a lot of you are saying, well, that's you. Well, yeah, I'm going to listen to this podcast on Sunday and be like, oh my gosh, he thought about me. That's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love this guy. I'm going to listen every week now because who knows who he'll say happy birthday to next. I love him. He's so thoughtful and caring, and I bet he does nice things like saves kittens from burning buildings and stuff. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. Oh. Anyway, so happy birthday to you. If you do happen to celebrate a birthday this week, you're one of the lucky ones to celebrate a birthday with me this week. We are victoriously awesome, and everybody else who celebrates birthdays this week and every other week of the year is awesome as well. So happy birthday to you guys. Happy birthday to us who get to celebrate the birthday on the 23rd of March. We rock, I guess, somehow, and maybe roll a little bit. I don't know. So may your birthday be as wonderful and as marvelous as any other birthday, any other time of any other year that you have a birthday. May it be just as wonderful and spontaneous as this podcast. And here's to many more to come. Cheers to you. Lyle, if you're listening, raise your glass. Cheers to you, good sir. Chink. Anyway, also a very big good luck, a very big well wishes to anybody having any type of meeting, social gathering, job interview. Maybe you're going to a doctor for a surgery visit, results for a test, anything that may be of such matter. I wish you the best of luck. May everything go great. May everything go in your favor. And, well wishes to you and good prayers and good thoughts to all those who are listening. Just best of luck to you. I just hope everything goes great and well and awesome. Thumbs up, huh? To those who had something big and monumentous this past week, awesome, congratulations if it went your way. Awesome, yay, awesome, great, awesome. To those who got like bad news or anything, there's better things to come. Honestly, there's always better things to come, and just keep your thoughts and hopes high. There's nothing worse than low hopes and and bad thoughts and just bad juju. And nobody wants that. So that's why you listen to the podcast, right? To get my team lost. I had a bad week last week, but you know what? It's a new week. It's Case on the Monday. It's a new episode. Every Monday is a new episode. No matter what, rain or shine, sick or not. You know what? I had to deal with allergies this past week. It sucks. But, so, excuse my voice and excuse my coughing here and there or sniffling. But, see, there you go. So, anyway, we all get through whatever it is we're going through, and we're all fighters, we're all battlers, and, may it be a bad week, good week, we all fight through it and battle through it, and good God, we're all here still, right? That's right. So, anyway, hey, so in case you missed like the first part of the show because maybe you were not listening or paying attention, or you're like, I'm gonna skip through all that first half drama garbage and get right to the news part. Today is St. Patty's Day. Yay! Go kiss a leprechaun or something. How about 15 delightful facts about St. Patrick's Day? You ready for this? 15 delightful facts that you did not know before. Maybe you did know, and you're going to say, Lyle, I already knew this. Why are you telling me again? Well, here it is again. Number 1, did you know we should really be wearing blue? Yeah! Crazy, right? That's what I said. St. Patrick himself would have to deal with pinching on his feast day. His color was St. Patrick's blue, a light shade. The color green only became associated with a big day after it was linked to the Irish independence movement in the late 18th century. Number 2, St. Patrick was actually British. Right? What? Wow. Okay, so although he made his mark by introducing Christianity to Ireland in the year 432, awesome man, Patrick wasn't Irish himself. He was born to Roman parents in Scotland or Wales in the late 4th century. Number 3, the Irish take St. Patrick's Day seriously. That's a given, though, right? Come on. As you might expect, St. Patrick's Day is a huge deal in his old stomping grounds. It's a national holiday in both Ireland and Northern Ireland. Number 4, so do New Yorkers. By God, New York City St. Patrick's Day Parade is one of the world's largest parades. Since 1762, 250,000 marchers have trapezed up Fifth Avenue on foot. The parade still doesn't allow floats, cars, or other modern trappings. Number 5, Chicago feels lucky too. This is one thing I did know, and I would love to see it in person. I think this is the coolest thing. New York may have more manpower, but Chicago has a spectacle all its own. The city has been celebrating St. Patrick by dumping green dye. Yeah, green dye into the Chicago River since 1962. It takes 40 tons of dye to get the river to a suitably festive shade. That is awesome. That would be, I'm from California, so like the green ocean, the water being green, that's, to me, that's normal. But to actually see a river, and from the pictures I've seen, it's like a really bright green. It's not, like a dull green. Those of you who live in California or been to California or from California, you know what I mean. You know the green that I'm talking about that we're used to seeing. From what I've seen, the pictures of the Chicago River, it's like a bright green. I mean, like, the grass that you would see at a baseball field green, like, is that green. It's, again, these are just from pictures I've seen, but I bet it's awesome to see. I bet it's so cool. Number 6, it used to be a dry holiday. Right? For most of the 20th century, St. Patrick's Day was considered a strictly religious holiday in Ireland, which meant that the nation's pubs were closed for business on March 17th. The one exception went to beer vendors at the big national dog show, which was always held on St. Patrick's Day. I bet back in those days, they had so many people at those dog shows. And they were probably all just getting hammered drunk. They didn't even care about the dogs. In 1970, the day was converted to a national holiday, and the stout resumed flowing. Number 7, it's the thought that counts. Not every city goes all out in its celebratory From 1999 to 2007, the Irish village of Dripsey proudly touted that it hosted the shortest St. Patrick's Day parade in the world. The route ran for 26 yards between two pubs. Today, Hot Springs, Arkansas claims the title for brevity. Its brief parade runs for 98 feet. Wow. Number 8. There's a reason for the shamrocks, believe it or not. How did the shamrock become associated with St. Patrick? According to Irish legend, the saint used the three-leaf plant as a metaphor for the Holy Trinity when he was first introducing Christianity to Ireland. Number 9. Cold weather helped St. Patrick's legend. In Irish lore, St. Patrick gets credit for driving all the snakes out of Ireland. Modern sciences suggest that the job might not have been too hard. According to the fossil record, Ireland has never been home to any snakes. I need to move to Ireland because I'm going to tell you right now, I have got the hugest fear for snakes. I will touch a worm any day. If I'm fishing or just see one, squiggling around on the ground, I'll throw it into the grass and, let it live again, But, a snake, if I find a snake in my house, I'll kill the snake and then I'll burn the house. Like, I am that terrified of snakes, and I will move to a different state. I am that terrified of snakes. I do not, just watching them on TV, I get the willies, and I just, I gotta change the channel. I can't do it. I'm just that terrified of snakes, and people laugh at me for it. I don't know why, but it's just, that's how I am. Through the Ice Age, Ireland was too cold to host any reptiles, and the surrounding seas have staved off serpentine invaders ever since. Modern scholars think the, quote, snakes St. Patrick drove away were likely metaphorical. One thing that this really brought to mind and question, when you hear about the whole serpentine thing and how it's not, blah, 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 one thing you gotta wonder is, what about the Loch Ness Monster, right? That's a serpentine, is it not? So, to those of you who are believers of the Loch Ness Monster, that is in Ireland, is it not? Something to think about. Is it real or is it fake? Now that they're talking about all this colons, you never know. Hey, number 10. There's no corn in that beef. Corned beef and cabbage, a traditional St. Patrick's Day staple, doesn't have anything to do with the grain corn. Instead, it's a nod to the large grains of salt that were historically used to cure meats, which are also known as, quote, corns. Number 11. The world runs up quite a bar tab, of course. All of the St. Patrick's Day revelry around the globe is great news for brewers. A 2012 estimate pegged the total amount spent on beer for St. Patrick's Day celebrations at, get this, $245 million. And that's before tips to pubs, bartenders. Number 12. It could have been St. Maewyn's Day. According to Irish legend, St. Patrick wasn't originally called Patrick. His birth name was Maewyn. Maewyn Succat? Not Succat, I'm sorry. Succat. Succat? But he changed his name to Patricius after becoming a priest. Number 13. There are no female leprechauns. Any female leprechauns you see really aren't females, so please don't give your number to them unless that's your thing. Don't be fooled by any holiday decorations showing lady leprechauns. In traditional Irish folk tales, there are no female leprechauns, which really brings to mind, how do more leprechauns get produced, right? Only Natally attired little guys. Number 14. But the leprechaun economy is thriving. Another little known fact from Irish lore: leprechauns earn that gold they're guarding. According to legend, leprechauns spend their days making and mending shoes. It's hard work, so you can't blame them for being territorial about their pots of gold. Well, I got some shoes they need to hurry up and come fix. And number 15, the lingo makes sense. You can't attend a St. Patrick's Day event without hearing a cry of Aaron Go Broch. What's the phrase mean? It's a corruption of the Irish Aaron Go Broch, which means roughly Ireland forever. So there you go, 15 facts that you did not know about St. Patrick's Day. Maybe you could share one with a bartender and get a free beer. Who knows, you know? Memorize the easiest one and bada bing, bada boom, there you go, right? So a 7-Eleven in Kanto, Japan has a cat burglar, and when I say cat burglar, I literally mean cat burglar. A 7-Eleven store in Kanto, Japan has reached its limit over a known shoplifter. The store posted a sign with a picture of the perpetrator, a cat described as 3 apples tall, black, and walks in an aloof manner. The cat has been helping himself to cat food from the store for some time. The sign reads in part, "We need your help. Please do not feed this cat. It enters the store and shoplifts cat food. We told the cat that it was banned from the store, but it didn't listen. Thank you for your cooperation." My question is, when they told the cat you're not welcome here, did they say it in American? Did they say it in Japanese? You know, maybe the cat's not Japanese. Maybe the cat doesn't understand, you know, your little Japanese language that you're trying to shoo it away from the store, you know? Like, maybe you should try a different language. Maybe then the cat will understand. But the cat's just looking at you like, bro, you're not speaking my language. I don't know what you're saying. You just... yeah, it's great cat food. Thanks a lot, man. Whatever, dude. Shut up and go to work or something. Yeah. So, we all pay bills. And one bill we all have is our cell phone bill. And that thing gets outrageously expensive. I got 5 ways to hack your cell phone bill. Crazy, right? Are you ready for this? In 2011, the average American household spent $1,226 on cell phone service, and that was up $116 from 2007. So here we go. Number 1. One thing I really am on the fence about, switch to prepaid. People flock to 2-year contracts because they come with heavily subsidized phones. Nobody wants to pay $550 for an iPhone. Nobody. That's why we all switch to the 2-year plans, to get that free, cool iPhone or Samsung phone, right? But those plans could actually be costing you quite a bit, whereas switching to a prepaid contract free plan can save hundreds of dollars each year, depending on which carrier you switch from. Virgin offers a 300-minute prepaid plan with unlimited data and messaging for just $35 per month. That means even if you pony up $550 for an iPhone 5, you'll pay $1,390 over the course of 2 years. Sprint's similar contract plan, 450 minutes with unlimited data and texting, costs $80 per month. That's actually the plan I'm on right now. But while the subsidized iPhone 5 is just $100, that still adds up to $2,020, or $630 more than Virgin. And Virgin runs on Sprint's network, so the service is the same. Plus, contract-free carriers will try to keep you around in contract-free ways. Virgin offers free music festivals and concerts rather than early cancellation fees to inspire its users to stay loyal. I'm not too happy with the Sprint coverage, so the fact that Virgin runs off of Sprint's coverage. You know, if you do go with the prepaid plan, switch to prepaid, I would highly, 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 highly recommend AT&T. I've had AT&T's prepaid service before, and honestly, hands down, they're not running your credit, and it's still a prepaid service, and excuse me, the coverage is just remarkable. I mean, you get service almost anywhere. It's awesome. I loved it. Number 2, spend minutes wisely. According to a recent survey, more than 85% of people claim to be put on hold every time they call a business. And if those are, quote, anytime, daytime minutes, which they probably are, they're not cheap. To cut down on automated messages wasting your minutes, use websites and apps to book appointments. OpenTable.com for restaurant reservations, and ZocDoc.com for doctor's appointments. If you're booking an appointment for a Groupon.com deal, you can use Groupon's online booking service. If you want to check out local movie times, Fandango.com has you covered. Or, you can always, if you have a smartphone, you can always just Google it. You don't really need to go to Fandango. I don't know anyone who really calls the movie theaters anymore to check on movie times. It's kind of a thing of the past, right? Number 3, seek out discounts. If you work for a large corporation, you may qualify for a sweet wireless discount. Many large companies have negotiated discounts of up to 25% off monthly phone bills for their employees. Though you may need to switch carriers to get the discount, I'm not sure if your company's on the list. Confidently ask your wireless representatives anyway, and they may be able to find something. Note that these discounts are typically only applied to the main line of a family plan. So if you have a family plan, make sure you put your most expensive phone, say the one with unlimited data, in the prime position. Number 4, hack your voicemail. Voicemail isn't free. If you call your voicemail during the day, it actually costs you peak minutes. Surprising considering most people view voicemail as an extension of their phone and not a paid service. Luckily, there are a couple of ways to avoid this ridiculous charge. The first is an age-old trick, calling your voicemail from a landline or other mobile number. Just dial your phone number and hit the star key when you hear your voicemail message kick in. Enter your voicemail PIN and you can check your mail free of charge. Another trick, use Google Voice. Google Voice offers regular and visual voicemail, though its speech-to-text functionality isn't fantastic. I'm not going to lie, I've used it before, the speech-to-text, and it's, you read it and you're like, what? Why would someone want a frog and what the heck? And then you listen to the message and oh, okay. The speech to text is not that great. With Google Voice, you can read messages or you can download audio clips over Wi-Fi or cellular. Not only are the semi-readable messages useful for quickly screening important calls, but neither option wastes minutes. And number 5, dump your text plans completely. But wow, all I do is text. Yeah, there's other programs. One of those programs, it says here, some of the best include Pinger, Text Plus, and WeChat. Pinger is available on the Apple's operating system and Android. The Text Plus is available on the Apple's, the Android, and the Windows phones. And WeChat is available also is available on the Apple's, the Android, and the Windows phones as well. All of these apps function just like regular texting apps, right down to the instant notifications, but they use data instead of texting. So you can nix the texting allotment from your plan, and rely solely on data and Wi-Fi to get your 160-character message fix. Pinger even gives you your own texting phone number, so you can text smartphones and non-smartphones alike. One thing me and a buddy of mine use, and we switched from Voxer. We were using Voxer, and we kept having issues with it. Messages weren't coming through. Messages would quit playing, and we just got tired of all the hassle. Right now, we're using an app called Zello, I believe is what it's called. Zello, Zello. And it's pretty much like a push-to-talk app. And that's really all it is, just a push-to-talk app. And we love that, man. When Boost Mobile first came out, we were like, us and a group of other friends, we're all into the whole push-to-talk, the whole Boost Mobile thing. And the phones were, when you seen a picture of the phone, you're like, oh man, that phone looks cool. But then when you got it, it was like, I'm not going to lie. if you had that phone in your pocket, you cannot carry anything else in your pocket. That phone was that thick and that big, but I mean, it was cool. Like in those days, that phone was awesome because you could just push to talk, and it was a flip phone, and it had like a blue screen on the little front there when you folded it down, and when you folded it up, it had a color screen, and it was push to talk. And man, we love those things, man. We were so excited about that phone, and so yeah, now, Zello, and it still gives the chirp too. The Zello, it gives the chirp whenever someone is trying to message you and stuff, and it starts playing right away. So if you do get the Zello app, look me up. I'm on there. Maybe we can start a little group chat with a bunch of people and stuff. One thing about that app, though, I'm going to warn you, is if someone messages you, that thing will start playing. So if you're in a meeting or something with someone very important and you don't want anyone to hear that your buddy's taking a crap or something, or you don't want someone to hear about, oh man, dude, you should have seen the girl I was with last night, she was man, if you don't want to hear, anybody else to hear that, you may want to silence your phone before you go to a meeting, so it just doesn't automatically start playing. Luckily, that has not happened to me at all. I always silence my phone before I walk into any office where there are supervisors sitting around. Because I am a professional. So, chances are you all use pillows, right? When you go to... Of course you do. I have 5 of the grossest things on your pillow real quick here. We're going to try to wrap this up really quick and get through this and go celebrate St. Patty's Day the right way, right? Yeah, alright. So here you go. Number 1, desk mites. You're never sleeping alone with these creatures around. Dark, warm, and humid pillows are an ideal habitat for dust mites. These tiny relatives of spiders live, multiply, and die where you rest your head. There are more of them than you think, to an average of 2 million dust mites in a bed, according to a University of Missouri report. And some studies show the weight of a pillow will increase over time because of the amount of mites accumulating inside. While the critters themselves aren't a problem, unlike bed bugs, they don't bite, they do poop all over the place. Their feces are an allergen for about 20 million Americans. According to the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America, if you wake up with a stuffy nose, itchy eyes, or the urge to sneeze every morning, don't write it off as a seasonal condition. Instead, wash your pillow in hot water or consider replacing it. Number 2, dead skin cells. You shed skin and dander constantly. In fact, you shed thousands of skin cells a minute. And if you're spending 1/3 of your life with your head on a pillow, it means that there's a good majority of that excess protein will end up. While this isn't harmful or something you can avoid, it is what makes your pillow an ideal feeding ground for the dust mites you don't want there. Once the lights go out, they climb into the pillowcases to eat what you shed. Number 3, fungi. It looks like excuse me. We saw tens of thousands of fungal species in the samples, which is more than there are named fungal species on Earth. While most of the fungi on and in your pillow are probably harmless, one of the strains commonly found on pillows, Aspergillus fumigatus, is potentially dangerous. It can aggravate asthma conditions and attack weakened immune systems. So be sure to replace your pillow every few years if you want to be sure it's not present in your bed. Number 4, fecal matter. Yeah, the surface of a pillow has a close relative in your home, the toilet seat. Both have high concentrations of human DNA, dead skin, and yes, bits of poop. It's gross but unavoidable. Trace amounts of feces are exception. Don't go home and burn your pillowcase though, because it's less of a problem than you would think. The amount of fecal matter we deal with today is relatively tiny. 100 years ago, we would get huge doses in our drinking water. Gross, right? Which could lead to cholera. When there's a little, it's not going to be a problem. And number 5, pets. One of the first things done was able to identify from a pillowcase sample was whether a subject owned a pet and its species. No matter if they sleep with you or not, pet dander will collect on your pillow, contributing to its microbial presence already there. If you do let them sleep in your bed, the potential health risk increases. MRSA, bacterial infections, and Lyme disease from contact with pets and pillows are uncommon, but cases have been reported. Scientists warn of even stranger possibilities of pet and pillow contact. Toxoplasma gondii, a parasite carried in cats, can be transferred to humans and, according to working theories put forward by biologists, target the brain and slightly affect a person's personality. In short, no matter how much you love your pet, keep the pillow to yourself. So, folks, that's about all I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a great week. Happy St. Patty's Day once again. I hope you guys are safe. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your week. Just be safe and nice to each other. One other thing, keeping your prayers and good thoughts and good prayers, good thoughts for everything going on in Russia. That's still going on. It's not looking like anyone's gonna start breaking out an ice cream social or blowing up balloons for celebrations for joyous occasions anytime soon. So good thoughts, good prayers towards them, and along with the Malaysia flight that just completely went missing, just gone, vanished, poof, off the screen, out of the air. Still no sights of debris or anything for that. So best wishes, best luck to them and the families for closure. Just a sign, even a black box, jeez, just to explain what happened. Best wishes, best prayers to all those out there. But to you guys listening today, thanks for listening. Happy St. Patty's Day again. I keep saying it, and happy St. Patty's Day. I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Happy Monday to you guys. And always, please, please remember that a bad day is better than no day any day. Folks, take care. That's all I got for you. Happy Monday. Take care. Talk to you guys next week.